Oh, look, I was deep in conversation then. I forgot where I was. I was having such a good time here. I'm actually in the studio, as you know, because that's where I need to be. But I'm joined by Tanya Unkovich now. G'day, Tanya.
Good morning. How are you today?
Oh, look, I couldn't be fitter or more dangerous. You're a personal coach and an executive coach. I've looked at your qualifications. When on earth did you have time to have breakfast, let alone anything else?
Well, I've been on this earth for a while, so I started early, and I'm still studying and learning.
Well, tell me about some of that stuff, because you've got a Bachelor of Commerce, you've got a diploma in counselling,
Yes.
a certificate in personal training, you're an International Coaching Federation member. It goes on and on.
I know. Well, look, it all started in the finance department. I am an accountant by trade, computer
Oh dear,
consultant.
really?
I know.
You don't seem boring.
Well, not all accountants are boring.
I didn't say that.
Look, it's done me wonders to have that in life. And look, I reconcile the bank balance at home, so that's all perfect.
The perfect partner.
Yes.
Because I'm hopeless with that kind of stuff.
Yes, no, I'm not scared of it.
So we're talking today more about that feeling of, describe to me, because I know what it means when I think about feeling stuck in my life or stuck mentally. What does it mean when you're talking to people that come to see you?
Well, look, so many people don't know what they want in life, and that's the biggest issue. They may have gone through an adversity, or it may just be a transition in life, and they're going, okay, what do I want now? Where am I going? And sometimes you've even got to ask the question, who am I? You know,
Wow.
Kids have left home, or maybe you're
Stop
changing
it.
your job.
I'll start crying. No, I will. I've got that feeling every time I go home and I want to tell people about how fun it was to work here or anything. There's this resounding silence.
Oh, no.
Because the girls have gone. My dog's gone. My cat's gone. My wife left me.
Oh, no.
But look, feeling unmotivated and procrastinating is something that I've mastered. How do you stop that?
Well, what are you running from?
I don't know.
What
Life.
what don't you want to feel? What don't you want to experience?
Well, there's a good point, actually. Is that what it is? Is it a feeling of trying? Is it avoidance?
Often we want to run from something, don't we? We do anything to avoid pain, avoid feeling yuck, avoid the loneliness, uncertainty.
So is it a matter of coming to see someone like you to make you confront those demons you have? I mean, what would you do if I came to you and said, no, I'm right, I'm fine, and you could tell that I'm just a cock case?
Well, I'd say to you, how's that working for you? How's life for you right now, really?
But then I'd start crying.
Oh, and then I'd kind of let you cry for a little bit, and then I'd go, what's really going on? What's really brought you here?
So quite seriously, and I have used counsellors in the past. I think like anyone who comes from a big family, you have all sorts of stuff happen in life, and you have to keep going. I'll tell you what happened with me. I won't tell you the situation, but in my mind, the best thing I could do after this catastrophic, I can't even say the word.
Catastrophic.
Thank you. It's got to do with animals. I knew that. Was I had to resign from my job.
Oh,
in
wow.
my head,
That's
that was
big.
the biggest, the most clear thing I could do. It was nuts. So
that's big.
why is it that we can't think clearly when we are faced with adversity? What is it that lets us down?
You lose that certainty in life, don't you? We all want to have certainty. We all want to know exactly how things are going to be. But truthfully, that's never really going to happen. The main thing is to get that certainty within yourself, to know who you are. No matter what happens in your life, no matter what situation happens, whether it's divorce, bereavement, whatever, knowing that you will get through it and knowing who you are, having that strong personal foundation is vital.
There's always someone, some chirpy little, I can't use that word. There's always someone who gives you you just need to get on with life. You need to get out and meet people. You need to go for a run. Is any of that relevant?
Well, look, I do agree that the fastest way to change your state in the moment is to move your body.
Right.
Truthfully, to get up and move. Check your breathing. How am I breathing right now? Once you move, even if it's for 5-10 minutes, then that will start changing how you feel. Start focusing on something different. Notice, am I always thinking about negative things? Because what you think about, you are going to feel. So keep noticing, how are you always thinking? What sort of train of thought are you always in? Are you always looking at the past instead of possibly looking at what there is to look forward to in life? So monitor that, and then you will notice how differently you will start to feel.
I agree. Negativity is toxic, isn't it?
Seriously, misery loves company. So be aware who you are around with. Just go, gosh, do I want these people around me in my tribe?
Yeah.
Be quite selective.
Yeah. Do you know what I've started to think more of and more of as I've got older And I reckon I'm about halfway through my innings.
Yes.
I know how valuable time is.
Oh,
And I know that sounds nuts, but I know that if I sit through something that's 4 hours long for work in my real job, a mate of mine always says, well, there's 4 hours of our life we'll never get back. And it's about choosing how you spend your time and who you spend it with more, isn't it? What happens when you do go for a run? From a metaphysical point of view, what actually happens when you go for that walk or run or go to the beach?
Well, the body changes, right? The hormones change. Even just getting out there and seeing other people, being in nature. So if you're finding that you're at home and you're isolating yourself, get outside. Show appreciation for nature, walk barefoot in the sand, which is something I do most days.
Why?
Why do I do it?
No, why barefoot?
Something about touching the earth.
I've heard that.
Yeah. Well, that's what works for me personally. And then I look at what is out there and I go, man, this is a beautiful world. You are so lucky to be alive. So if you know that gratitude is going to change your attitude in an instant, then just remind yourself every day, what have I got to be grateful for? What's great about this moment?
Am I a grumpy old fart when I say that I can't stand all those things on Instagram that pop up saying, really positive thought, little quote, and I just, I kind of get, I don't believe in that kind of thing, but I know the power of thinking positively. You've got to find that in yourself. When someone else says it to you, you feel like, not punching them necessarily, but,
What part of you wants to punch them? That's the question I'd ask.
Yeah, maybe
How old is that little fella in there that wants to punch them?
Yeah, maybe I'm opening myself a little bit up here.
Yeah.
If you'd like to open up and you've got a question here, the number is 0800 844 747. Executive Coach Tanya Unkovich with us here for a few more minutes. You talk about asking yourself great questions, the power of great questions. What does that mean?
That is one way to start thinking differently. So if you find that you are grumpy, just say to yourself, okay, what is there that is fabulous about my life? What is the truth? Okay? What is good about my health? Let's say you've got a great job. Focus on the great job. Focus on your health. Focus on your family. So as soon as you know and as soon as you get that ability to start asking great questions, you will get that confidence in yourself that actually I can turn this around if I want to. Have a few questions in your iPhone even if you need reminders.
How bad is it to feel good when it's not you that has the diagnosis of cancer or the job loss? I'm quite honest here. Often I'll go, oh my God, that's just terrible. Thank God it wasn't me. And then it puts things into perspective about my little niggle in my knee or the fact that I've got to get up at 4 a.m. Health is so important, isn't it?
And this is where gratitude comes in. Truthfully, it's not about feeling bad that you think this way. It's really being aware that maybe this is me just feeling grateful and noticing that this moment counts. This day counts, this hour. I'm never going to get it back.
No, you're right.
This time that you and I are talking, it'll be over soon.
Yeah, but
so let's enjoy it right now.
And it's not a waste of time at all. I was thinking about, I tell you what, one of the most positive people you'll ever meet in this building is Amanda Gillies.
Okay.
Yeah, she's always grateful. She's always posting on Instagram her gratitude for something. And she's not the sort of person that when the cameras go off and the mics are off, she goes, right, and gets all nasty. She's just the loveliest, most positive person.
That's great.
How do you become that person if it's not in your natural psyche?
Practice. You do need to do things every day. It's a bit like having a shower, right? If you don't shower for a few days, things don't smell well. It's a bit like our mind. You've got to feed your mind every day and make it a ritual until that habit becomes so ingrained in you, that's who you are. Sometimes adversity is what makes people go, wow, I'm never going to feel ungrateful again. So many reasons, but practice it.
Okay, so, all right, we do have to end things, but look, if I'm listening to this, I'm thinking, I know all this. I know I've got to change my mindset. What's one little thing that you can tell people now that will start a cascade of positive affirmation?
Ask yourself the question, if I don't make a change right now, what's my life going to be like in 12 months' time, in 5 years' time?
Yeah.
What's it going to cost you if you don't make a change? All you need to do today is decide you want to live a better life.
Yeah. What do you do when things aren't good, when you're feeling a bit grumpy?
I know that all I need to do is make a decision that I don't want to be grumpy for the day. I know that it's there and it's up to me. I can't blame. There's no excuses for me.
All right, there we go. I'd love to get you back on a regular basis here on the Sunday Cafe, but if people are listening and they want to get in touch with you for some further advice, how do they do that?
Well, you can Google me, Tanya Unkovich. My website is tanyaunkovich.com. So it's a name that's unusual to spell, so just Google me. Google will find me if you type my name in.
Well, if people are struggling now and they're typing away furiously, so it's Tanya, Tanya,
Yes.
Unkovich, Unkovich.
That's me.
Lovely. Lovely to meet you.
Nice to be here. Lovely to meet you too.
I actually feel better already.
Excellent. Excellent.
No, I do.
That's great.
It's about believing in yourself, even though people want to drag you down.
Yeah, it's up to us ultimately.
Okay, all right. Nice to meet you.